Oh my goodness. Well, fellow Star Wars fans. We are back with Star Wars with the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. This is amazing Star Wars stuff, and I hope, like me, you had I should have had tissues available, let's be honest. That was in freaking incredible. Yes, there were a few things that were basically set up, or there was like foreshadowing. 3 things: one, that Din Djarin would be reconnected with Grogu. 2 is that there would be some sort of duel between the Din Djarin and Moff Gideon with the Beskar, that thing, and the Darksaber. And the 3rd thing was that a Jedi would come. We knew these 3 things, but who, how, we didn't know. Now, let me just go into some things, which is from the get-go, from the very start, it was a really, I enjoyed that we didn't have to go into the story of tracking everything and they just found this Lambda-class shuttle. This is great. It was a nice opening. And then we get to that scene in the bar between the 2 Night Owls, right? Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves, and then, of course, Boba Fett and Din Djarin. And there are 2 things that really stand out. One is the sidekick saying, "Sidekicks don't talk," which is hilarious. "You're the sidekick," which is a great piece of irony. But the other thing, which was really fascinating in that dialogue, was saying, "Boba Fett, you are not a Mandalorian. You're just a clone. Jango might have been, yes, he might have been a foundling because, you know, that's good, but you're just a clone." And then that little, I don't know what it was, of Bo-Katan saying, "I've heard your voice thousands of times," which is incredible because it's the clone voice, right? And so that was really a nice, interesting interchange there. Of course, we have the scene in which they raid the cruiser, which was really fascinating. It was nicely done. I don't know what happened to the guy who was with Casca Reeves and Bo-Katan. We don't know what happened with that guy, where he is. But it did set up this really interesting this thing of these 4 ladies sieging this cruiser or invading, which is a nice scene to see all 4 of them make their way all the way up to the bridge. And then, of course, we have the scene between Moff Gideon and Din Djarin, which was neat, which is cool. And ultimately, we get back to the bridge with Moff Gideon, who is just so annoying, just egging people on, clearly trying to get some friction going on. We don't actually ultimately end up resolving the Darksaber issue for Bo-Katan. We have seen Bo-Katan receive the Darksaber given to her before. That happened in the 4th season of Star Wars Rebels when Sabine Wren handed her the Darksaber and she accepted, and people acknowledged their fealty to it. What happened here? Not clear. I don't know how much it's just Moff Gideon saying that. Yes, we did see in Star Wars Rebels Season 3 where Ursa Wren doubts Sabine Wren's claim to really wielding the power because of the Darksaber, because she just happened to pick it up right on Dathomir, and it's not clear whether that's a real thing or it's even coming out of Moff Gideon's mouth. Is that even a real thing that you need to win it in battle? Unclear. Very, very, very deeply unclear. Bo-Katan seems to be a little curious, definitely setting stuff up for the 3rd season of The Mandalorian. Yes, we do. I'm going to get there. I was so appreciative that it was Luke Skywalker, and it was so tastefully done, so well done. Tears. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was the Luke Skywalker we needed. And yes, this sets up some really interesting stuff. It seems that Grogu's no longer going to be part of the Mandalorian anymore, which I think is fine. I'm very happy for Din Djarin, right? He tried to figure out what was going on in the 1st season. The 2nd season, he accomplished his mission. Of course, now Boba Fett and Fennec Shand no longer need to protect him or work with him. Of course, they go off to Tatooine at the very end, which was really cool to see. And it was amazing that with all of the new announcements of all the new series a week ago from Lucasfilm, that there was still another one. They still had another surprise of a Boba Fett series coming out next year. Phenomenal. That was so well done. Great touch to set up that series. I will say it's going to be really fascinating. Yes, Grogu's now with Luke Skywalker. He's going to get training. That will be amazing. And what happens with Din Djarin and the Mandalorian? I'm really curious because it seems like we're setting up more Bo-Katan, Darksaber, and whatever's going on in Mandalore stuff going forward, which would be really interesting. And one other piece that was the seed was laid for in the 2nd season, which was, what about Grand Admiral Thrawn? Is that something that's going to be dealt with in the Ahsoka series or something that will be for the Mandalorian? Who knows? It will definitely be interesting whenever we get to the 3rd season of Mandalorian. I don't even really care. To be honest, this was such a great piece of work. This is such a great piece of art. This is such an incredible Star Wars experience. The season 2 finale for this was a masterpiece, just like the season 2 finale for Star Wars Rebels. Both incredible pieces of Star Wars production. And I am so happy. So happy. This episode that just came out a few hours ago, it was so well done. I'm so happy as a Star Wars fan. They did Star Wars right. This is the apex of Star Wars. This is amazing. I don't even know or care when they're going to have the next season of The Mandalorian, because quite frankly, there's so many other Star Wars shows coming out in the near future that it is amazing. All I'm really here to say is Star Wars is back. Star Wars is great again, and it's going to be... I didn't mean to say that. Star Wars is amazing. It is phenomenal. It is fantastic. I'm excited. I'm super stoked. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.